continued last night in Milwaukee. You knew it was going to be tough when the Bucks were picked by 17 and a half. First quarter, Drew Holiday feeds Giannis Antetokounmpo for an easy dunk. 7-4 Bucks after trailing by as many as 13 points. Julian Champagnie, 3-ball. Closing seconds, San Antonio down after 1:33-28 second quarter. Gordy Gang, good for 3. Spurs hanging tough, trailing by 2, 46-44. Milwaukee outscored the Spurs 20-7 the rest of the way. The Bucks led at halftime, 66-51. Third quarter, Bucks on the break. It's Giannis again with a Euro step, or is that a travel? Slam dunk for a 17-point lead. They outscored the Spurs 34-21 to go up 100-72 after 3. Final quarter, Brook Lopez was downtown. Milwaukee had its biggest lead at that time, 31. Cue up Sandro Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili. You like that one, don't you?
Say it 3 times.
Mamukelashvili.
But you got to say his first name too.
Sandro.
Okay.
There you go. So I know. I can't wait for you to say that one day. There's your final right there. And there's, you got it. Can you say it? You want to try it?
Well, I got to look at it.
See if you can do that.
Sandro Mamukelashvili.
Woohoo! Very good. 6 o'clock tomorrow. A high school in Denver, Colorado, the scene of a shooting that left 2 deans injured.
Baiwan Guang with CNN has talked to the students who were there during that chaos and the terror.
And I just hear gunshots, and I just see people moving really fast, running.
From sprinting off campus,
So I started running too.
to squeezing into a closet with classmates like Aubriana Acuna did.
We're exhausted. We're so exhausted about this, all this. It's so unfair.
At first, students and parents didn't know how serious this was. They didn't know 2 of their deans had been shot. Lockdowns and lockouts have become all too common.
We're just kind of numb to it at this point.
When she told me she was in a closet, I was like, this is real.
Parents like Steve Katseros point the finger at Denver public schools.
This is the fourth major incident here at East High. The Denver School Board is failing us, and it's really a problem.
For parents, this seemed to be the breaking point. Many said their children were still mourning the death of a classmate earlier this month after being shot near the school in February. Now they're left to mourn again.
His funeral was last week, and now she's dealing with this. This is just too much.
The toll proving too much for some students.
I can't even walk outside my house without feeling like I'm going to die or I'm going to get shot. And it's terrifying for everyone.
Again, that was Baiyan Wang reporting. And according to AP News, the 17-year-old shooter accused of wounding the 2 deans was found dead in the woods in Colorado. The cause of death is still pending.
The man accused of killing a Los Angeles Catholic bishop says he didn't do it. Carlos Medina, accused of shooting auxiliary Bishop David O'Connell back in February. He was the husband of the bishop's housekeeper. Investigators have not shared Medina's motive on the murder yet, but he is previously accused of making comments that the bishop owed him money. The man continues to be held in custody on a $2.3 million bail. His first hearing is set for May.
Some U.S. college students are saying that they're having so much trouble coping with their class loads that they're just dropping out. A study from Gallup and the Lumina Foundation finds that 2 out of 5 undergrads say they have emotional stress issues. More than 40% of responders say they've thought about dropping out of school because of their problems. Researchers also say the number of college students who suffer from anxiety and depression is rising. The findings are based on 12,000 undergrad students interviewed.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis continuing to expand upon his law that places age-appropriate limits on classroom discussions regarding sex. Opponents call it the Don't Say Gay bill. ABC's Mary Bruce on the new limits he's proposing on gender identity and sexual orientation instruction that happens in the the classroom.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is doubling down, now seeking to expand a Florida state law to ban classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity in all grades. The Parental Rights and Education Act, which critics call the Don't Say Gay bill, currently applies to grades K through 3rd. DeSantis now wants to apply it through high school. In a surprise announcement, his administration proposing that for grades 4 through 12, instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity is prohibited unless such instruction is either expressly required by state academic standards or is part of a reproductive health course, which parents can opt out of. A DeSantis spokesperson telling ABC News there is no reason for instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity to be part of K through 12 public education. Full stop. But opponents say it could put students at risk, barring young people, even those in their senior year, from seeking a teacher's help if they're struggling with their identity. The White House calling it part of a disturbing and dangerous trend of laws targeting the LGBTQ community.
It's wrong. It's completely, utterly wrong.
DeSantis has built a brand on cultural divisions, supporting limitations on gender-affirming care for transgender youth, restrictions on drag performances, and has banned transgender athletes from playing girls' and women's sports.
That was Mary Bruce with ABC. And there is some new information that is revealing that the original Florida lawmaker who authored that law, Joe Harding, pleading guilty this week to wire fraud and money laundering. He faces up to 35 years in prison.
Families living near the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, still nervous about their water weeks after the chemical spill. Like Marty and Abby Hostetler, they don't live very far from the site of the spill. They can still see traces of what looks like chemicals in their creek 100 feet from their house. They've lived on the property for nearly 40 years and are located just a few miles from the derailment site. The Ohio EPA can be seen cleaning and testing the stream near their home, but the family's worried about the long-term problems.
We've had headaches that come and go, but honestly, we're not sure if it's the contaminants because our house was full, it smelled, or if it's the stress.
They do feel safe with using tap water to clean their dishes, but they're sticking with bottled water to drink for now.
We're going to take a live look outside. No, the sun's not out yet, but it's you see like one little bit of brightness out there.
Yep, there are a few peaks. I see there up in the top right corner, a few peaks of blue sky that are trying to work back in here as we head into this Thursday afternoon. We saw some of that out there yesterday. Some of that morning cloud cover and fog was able to break up just a little bit in the afternoon, and that helped temperatures climb. I think more of the same is on tap as we head into this afternoon. Temperatures warm, and it is muggy. Upper 70s here in San Antonio, 77 over at the airport, 78 at Stinson on the south side of Bexar County, 77 at Kelly, and 79 already over at Randolph. Now this afternoon is going to be warmer than average, mid 80s yet again, that humidity in place, and pretty windy out there as well. Into tomorrow though, tomorrow morning, a few showers, stray storm possible. First thing Friday, as we see that next week front move in, that's going to bring in lower humidity by tomorrow afternoon. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures this weekend in the morning still warm, low 80s, but of course that lower humidity will make it feel even better. And yes, we do have some cooler mornings on tap as well. So we'll go into a full detail on what we're expecting with that weekend forecast coming up in just a few, guys.
Thanks, Mia. Today marks the 13th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act. We'll preview why President Biden is celebrating it and expanding on it.
And it looks like COVID is on its way out. The Biden administration is dismantling a key team that helped during the pandemic. See how they managed to disperse the vaccines across the country.
The White House officially disbanding the coronavirus response team. That's going to happen in May. It coincides with President Biden declaring the public health emergency is over. A senior White House official says the nation is in a better and safer place than it was 3 years ago. Under President Biden, the COVID response team was responsible for the nationwide rollout of vaccines, treatments, and medical supplies.
President Biden's going to mark today as the 13th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. The president will be speaking later today from the White House. He's expected to talk about what he feels like the bill has accomplished. He'll speak on the law's highlights, like providing health care for more than 40 million Americans at lower cost for themselves and their families. Biden will also mention the decisions he's taken as president to boost the legislation, like capping drug costs for seniors on Medicare. And how about this? A current battle at the Supreme Court is underway as famous whiskey brands fights against a dog toy company.
ABC's Andrea Fajui explains how this case is revolving around a trademark law and free speech, but it's also got a pretty hilarious twist.
A battle at the Supreme Court over whether a humorous dog toy infringes on the trademark of a well-known whiskey.
We've created a hilarious line of novelty dog toys that parody some of your favorite beverages.
The Bad Spaniels toy, created by VIP Products, looks similar to the square Jack Daniels bottle, right down to the lettering. But instead of describing the type of whiskey, the toy says number 2 on a Tennessee carpet. At issue is whether the toy's humorous message is protected by the First Amendment, or whether its glaring likeness to the Jack Daniels bottle supersedes any free speech protections. Justice Alito with this question.
Could any reasonable person think that Jack Daniels had approved this use of the mark?
But Justice Kagan with this statement.
This is not a political T-shirt. It's not a film. It's not an artistic photograph. It's nothing of those things. It's a standard commercial product. I don't see the parody, but, whatever.
Jack Daniels argued the toy will mislead consumers, profit from Jack Daniels' hard-earned goodwill, and associate Jack Daniels whiskey with excrement. But dozens of trademark experts are siding with VIP, claiming its speech is non-commercial.
There was no apparent consensus among the judges as to which company should prevail. A ruling is expected by the end of June. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Let's see. Is the sun out yet? No.
It's trying.
We're waiting. We're waiting.
Trying.
Off in the distance.
Yep, they're just
a little bit of sun.
Yes, a few spots out there. I think this afternoon we'll find a few more, especially as peak heating time comes around. Speaking of which, can we talk about this morning's low temperature? It was 70 degrees. That's 17 degrees above the average low temperature for this time of year. A telling sign that plenty of humidity is in place. So far, we're at 77, which is already above average, and it's just lunchtime. So we'll see how high those thermometers can climb this afternoon. Expected to top off in the mid-80s here in San Antonio. Tomorrow, more of the same, but that drier air and sunshine is going to return behind that front. So we'll look at that forecast after the break.
Wait, no, it's 78 degrees. You'd think the sun was out already.
I know. It's warm out there, and I guess I'm really looking forward to that dry streak that's going to be coming. Nice.
Same. So excited about the break in the humidity that really is just around the corner. After that front moves in, we'll see those lower humidity values drop tomorrow afternoon. And then into the first half of the weekend, especially, absolutely fantastic. You know what else is fantastic? All of the awesome wildflower photos that we have gotten sent in via KSAT Connect. This is another one that was sent in from the St. Hedwig area. Absolutely beautiful colors. Thank you so much to everybody that is sending in those awesome photos. All right, let's talk temperatures right now. Yes, it's warm, upper 70s, even a few low 80s, 83 already in Cotulla, 81 in Carrizo Springs. Still a little bit cooler up in Rock Springs, though. Edwards County had the fog earlier this morning, that low-level cloud cover that was able to hold on just a little bit longer than everybody else. So that's why those temperatures are a bit cooler compared to the rest of South Central Texas. We've also been talking about the winds. Check out these wind gusts. As of the top of the hour, 33-mile-per-hour wind gusts clocked in over at the airport, 30 in New Braunfels, 28 on the south side over at Stinson, and 29 over in Hondo. Now, we will hold on to some additional wind gusts, 25 to 30 miles per hour today. Daytime highs headed for the mid-80s. So yes, even a few low 90s possible across portions of the Winter Garden in our southwestern counties and closer to the Rio Grande. Now, we see that front move in tomorrow morning. Temperatures, though, still in the mid-80s, still above average. That is thanks to that drier air. Drier air and lower humidity helps temperatures cool down a little bit more efficiently through the overnight, but also warm up pretty efficiently into the afternoon, especially when the sunshine returns. Low 80s in store Saturday and into Sunday, and then a second cold front is expected to arrive sometime Monday or Tuesday of next week. That one looks to hold temperatures closer to or just below the seasonal average for this time of year. But there is where tomorrow's front currently sits, well up to our north, already dropping temperatures a little bit though across portions of the Texas Panhandle and Amarillo, stretching over to Lubbock, as we see that front move into south central Texas really tomorrow morning. Before it gets here, some patchy drizzle possible, some areas of fog just because the humidity is with us. And then yes, especially in between about 9 a.m. to lunchtime tomorrow here in San Antonio, we could find a few showers. Again, with what we've seen this morning, overall coverage unfortunately is expected to be pretty limited with tomorrow's rain chance, but still it is possible, especially across our northwestern counties. You can see here this is by 6 a.m. so a lot of folks waking up, getting ready to head out the door for work. Across the hill country, Kerrville, Rock Springs, Lakey could see a few showers, maybe a stray thunderstorm, so we'll need to keep eyes on if a thunderstorm does develop before the sun comes up tomorrow. Whatever activity we do see develop across the hill country is expected to weaken as it tracks farther eastward. With what we've also seen today, the better energy also looks to be north of our area, but still in between about 9 to noon here in San Antonio, wouldn't hurt to keep the umbrella with you just in case we are able to find a few showers out there. And then we'll see that front push eastward into Friday afternoon. This is about 3 p.m. You can see the cloud cover moves east as well, and plenty of sunshine is in store. Now, we've been talking about that drier air. Lower humidity is going to quickly punch into the area after that front passes through. Very muggy out there today, and it still will be muggy first thing in the morning, especially across our central and eastern counties, kickstarting our Friday where that front hasn't been able to push through yet. But throughout the day, that's when we start to see those dew points drop, that sunshine returns, and that will be the case this weekend. Check out this forecast. Cooler mornings, lows in the 50s, and then highs in the low 80s out there. Beautiful conditions. I will say the humidity will start to return a little bit in some fashion on Sunday, and then we could put that to work with the second front moving in early next week. A few isolated showers possible, and then temperatures a little bit cooler in the 70s.
Thank you, Mia.
Some famous celebrities getting into trouble with the government regarding cryptocurrency. Learn what they did and what they're going to have to pay.
New research on coffee and caffeine. A new study showing why the boost during the day is squashed at night.
The Securities and Exchange Commission has charged celebrities for failing to disclose they were paid to promote cryptocurrency. Stars like Lindsay Lohan and Jake Paul agreed to pay $400,000 in fines and return what they earned from promoting. Here's some details for you. Lohan was paid $10,000 to promote Tronix tokens. She tweeted about it in February of 2021, and the SEC says she failed to disclose that tweet, and she was paid that endorsement. Meanwhile, Jake Paul was paid $25,000 for his endorsement and agreed to pay $75,000 in fines.
A new study is suggesting that caffeine's upside is also costing its fans at night. New England Journal of Medicine researchers say that people who drank more caffeine moved more. That's the good news. The study says caffeine drinkers walked 1,000 extra steps a day. All right, here's the bad news. People also lost about 36 minutes of sleep on the days that they drank the coffee. And the more they consumed, the less they slept. While beneficial to some, drinking too much will disrupt sleep or even cause heart palpitations. We kind of knew that.
We never sleep on SA Live, though, especially now because spring has sprung and they're springing to new heights today.
And they have a great Lent recipe for you to try out. Let's go to Mike and Fiona at Historic Market Square.
We have a plethora.
Yes.
There's the word of the day, plethora of different things going on here.
You might say this show is going to new heights. And by this show, I mean Jen.
Yes, indeed. Now, my question is she earning the coffee by climbing or climbing and then drinking coffee? But it's a place where you can do both. Climb up there at Armadillo Boulders and then get some great coffee.
And then the good kind, Southtown, is sharing a healthy recipe for crispy fish tacos. And then it doesn't stop there. You get to wash it down with some fruit-forward drinks that have some health benefits too.
Oh, a cocktail with health benefits.
I love it. Sign me up.
We'll drink to that. And hey, going camping, going on a hike, picnic, something like that, Southpaw Waggery is, wants you to bring your furry friends along with you. And they've got some things that you should bring even with on your trek with your furry friend to make sure they are comfortable and safe and healthy.
And if your kids' clothes look like they just, exploded, in their bedroom and is, slowly seeping into the hallway, well, we have tips from a local business on how to organize their dresser drawers so clothes are easy to put away and, best of all, easy to find.
Yes, until the kids get a hold of them the next time. Hey.
And what's the one thing no amount of money could ever get you to do? Think about that and let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.